Hello.
Hello. Yo. Sorry.
Yeah, that's Eddie's thing.
That's Eddie's thing.
You're going to get in trouble if you do that. So
He doesn't have a copyright
don't
on it.
do that. Yes, everyone, welcome in. So as we get started, I just want to let you guys know right now that Lucia and Glynn are still going to be here tonight. But they are running a tad bit behind due to some unexpected circumstances. They should be joining us anytime within the next 15 to 20 minutes, maybe a little bit later. But that is okay because we got to welcome everybody in. We got to chat a little bit, set some stuff up.
Yep.
And then we will still absolutely have the introduction of Lucia and Glynn out there. So I guess let's I apologize if I start coughing and run out. I've got what Mel has. I'm just a couple of days behind her. But surprisingly, I actually have my voice at the moment.
Right.
So
First up,
I'll push buttons. You welcome in so I can take a breath for a minute.
Okay. So first up is Dani. She is first in the house.
Of course, I'll have to change that if you go from Danny Dizzle to Danny Fizzle.
Okay.
Yeah, she's got a lot of names over there.
Okay. So. Next up is Eddie Lugo Studios.
Yo, Brooklyn in the house.
Oh, wait. We forgot to give you these, Danny. I apologize. Give you hearts for members.
My hearts never come out right.
There you go.
Right. And he's saying hello to everybody. Yeah, Christine and CJ are actually camping. So they may or may not pop in. We're not sure.
Yeah, I think it was a revenge camping trip because we're going on a cruise. And they're like, well, if we're going on a cruise, we're going to go camping. But that's okay. We do it all the time to one another.
All right, CNS Travels next.
Sherman, I like to see you green.
Hi, Heart. There we go.
I need to get you your own sound, Sherman, as a member, so I promise I will research that for you.
All right, and here we go. Baby.
Yeah, put up Sherman's thing.
Where?
That one right there.
Oh, I didn't get to that one.
Yes. So, yes, that, according to Eddie, I don't know where he gets this. There is videotape evidence. Remember, somehow I lost the camper when he come to see us at Unicoi in Helen last year, and technically we only have it because he doesn't have a truck. And also the only reason why he lets me keep it, at least according to what he said this morning, is because of you and Peach, because you guys like it. If it was just me, he'd tell me I'd have to park it.
I appreciate it.
So
I know how to pack it up and hook it up and everything. I just don't know how to do the gray and black tape.
Yeah, that's right. It's not that she doesn't know how to do it. It's that she refuses to do it.
Yeah.
Because it is stinky.
But I made him show me every step, so when he pisses me off next time, I can go.
Yeah. The biggest thing that now has me worried about truly her like getting out and just going is she's actually figured out how to hook it completely up on her own without me like guiding her back and telling her to get close. And because I put this camera right over our license plate that looks right at the ball jack, it makes it so much easier to back up solo and get hooked up.
Yeah, see, Eddie says my camper.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Traveling with Josanna.
Hello there.
Yes, and congrats on your first live. I know you were nervous, but you did excellent on Wednesday. Absolutely excellent.
He did better with practice.
Yeah, Eddie, I think it's something with StreamYard, because I've seen a lot of people with StreamYard that are having issues. And yeah, we've got like full strength Wi-Fi. We're only one room over, yet every now and then
maybe there's something on my camera.
Yeah, StreamYard keeps on popping up saying that we have a weak Wi-Fi signal, which we know is
Not true.
Not true at all, because we've got full bars on the actual Wi-Fi, and we're literally one room over.
So we're searching possibly for a different platform. So if you have a suggestion, put it in the comments for us.
Yes.
I actually have it on ChatGPT, and I'm doing comparisons right now, trying to figure out a different solution.
Yeah, because those who might not have already known, I know I put it out earlier, and I know Ron from DeFan Adventures found this out. It happened like the day before he went live. But StreamYard has now taken away the ability for us to play videos that we have uploaded to make it so much easier. So now I've got a couple of videos that I can present, but they've taken that away. So they're trying to force people. I guess a lot of people, instead of paying $40 a month, said, okay, I'll do without multi-platform streaming and stuff like that and just go to the free version. And they're realizing that. And so now they're taking away that feature. They're taking away feature after feature after feature for the free, trying to push people into the amounts. And
right.
I'm not paying $40 a month. We don't go live enough. If I went live every single day, that's one thing, but once a week.
But I thought you said that people who are paying were having problems. So why would you pay something that's not working correctly? Yeah,
I know Vicky, if she pops in here, I know she's been having problems with StreamYard as well.
All right. So anyway. Next up was whatever floats your boat.
Angie.
Hello.
Welcome in.
And Danny says she understands. She knows you're not feeling good.
Thank you, Danny. How many days we have left? Like 17 until we hook up at Disney?
I think it's when we get back the next week after we get back from our cruise.
I think so.
All right, Kathy Mills is in.
Welcome in, Kathy.
Welcome to the party, pal.
And Liz from Carnival Cruise Addict.
Liz.
Hello.
And I'm starting to get craggy already.
Push through, babe. Push through.
I will.
All right. Bless you, Ryan.
Thank you. Wait, what's page your bet, Ryan?
Pay your bet, Ryan.
Oh. All right, fine. So what else we have? We just put like a random poll out there. It has nothing to do with the episode tonight.
Sort of does.
Does it?
Yeah, because Lucia and Glynn, they like to do food, a lot of food in their blogs and stuff. So I figured, why don't we do a poll on food?
Yes. So we have a couple of things. I think we put tacos and, of course, our infamous chicken burrito. I would play the clip, but now I'm going to have to upload it to do that. So unfortunately, chicken burrito is not getting played right now. Pizza, because that's always a good one. Chinese, because that's always a good one, and I could really use some wonton soup right now.
We just had wonton this week.
But it feels good on my throat.
I know, but we're going on a cruise, so you can get wonton on the cruise.
I know. And then, of course, I ran out of characters. I don't eat mortal food. I wanted to put I drink the blood of my enemies, but that might have been too graphic. Vampire. With sharp, pointy teeth. Anyway.
I guess I'm on the Pearlsa side, so Ryan and Mel got another sub. Haha.
Nice. Thank you, Liz.
Now Ryan's going to wake up and Mel. Yep. Mel and the camper's going to be gone.
I know. There have been a couple of days in our relationship where I might have gotten on Mel's nerves, and she's like, if I could have hooked up the camper, I would just leave your lame stick in the mud at home.
Yeah. For real.
For real. Like the time she decided at 4 p.m. for me to go on and book a campsite a day early and drive out there in the middle of a thundering rainstorm to hook up.
It was not raining when we booked it. All right. So. Michael's Adventures.
Welcome in, Michael's Adventures.
Hello.
And Danny says 17. So you got it right.
17. Whoop, whoop.
Oh, here we go.
Ooh.
JJ's Adventure.
Welcome in, Jan. Another member.
On,
we like you green.
Come on, hearts. Ah, there it goes.
There it goes. I don't know. Maybe mine's like just, I got fat hands and it works better with fat hands. I don't know. So.
I don't know. Oh, Tuber Chat's in.
Kevin. Welcome in, sir.
Welcome, foolish mortals.
Thank you so much for popping in.
And if people missed earlier, we're just running a little bit behind we're waiting on Lucia and Glynn. They're running a little bit behind. So 15 or 20 minutes, hopefully they'll be here. So we're going to stall till then.
That's right. That's right.
Cruising Kapleetzen.
Welcome.
Oh, I hit the same button twice. I'm sorry. Yeah, I think that's
Kevin,
Barry, right? Barry is cruising complete. I'm trying to learn everybody's name.
In Tuber Chat, Kevin said he put it on Reddit for us.
Thank you, Kevin. Thank you so much.
Barry?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yo, Tuber Chat.
Yeah.
And we said hey to Liz.
Yep, said hey to Liz.
Everybody. There's lots of people in today.
Oh, wait. Tuber said something about...
Pizza is random. Anything. It's a very serious, laser sharp, focused thought.
Yes. Oh, love it.
Bless you, Peachy.
Bless you, Peaches.
She's sneezing back there.
Yeah.
All right, we
all right.
Caught up.
So we are caught up for now. So welcome in again. We are going to be talking with Lucia and Glynn once they get here. So I guess we'll give you a little preface on those who are not familiar with their channel. They have been actually on YouTube for about 14 years.
Yeah. So they've been around for the YouTube channel for a while. They have, about 35,000 subscribers? I think?
About 35,000
And I think
subs.
they just hit 1 million views. So they've been around the block a little bit longer than Ryan and I in PK Adventures. So we're going to talk to them today about some of their adventures. Maybe we'll talk to them about how they grow their channel and some stuff like that.
Yep. And I know that they've kind of switched the theme of their channels over the year. And so we'll definitely talk about them. If you haven't seen their channel, you know what? I definitely should probably get their link so I can pop it in here for you guys. But they do a lot of diversity on their channel. They do like food reviews.
I do a lot of food reviews.
So they do cruises. They also do a lot of land-based vacations. Also some singing, karaoke kind of style stuff.
They have more exotic ventures that they do. They go to Japan. They go to Greece. I know there's a couple. I've been watching their series on those, and I think they're from Pennsylvania. Hopefully they can correct me if that's all wrong. But I did have some stuff for stalling techniques, so I pulled out my Trivia Pursuit. And this is like the old version Trivia Pursuit. So like the questions are going to be from Disney, and they're going to be from the old school Disney. So if anybody wants to hear a couple of those questions, we could do that.
Well, we can get to that in a minute. But
I was just wanting to see what people wanted.
Yeah. While they're waiting, we also can talk about our upcoming cruise.
Wait a minute. Let me see what JJ
says.
He keeps switching his contacts. Well, yeah, I mean, that's a good idea just to see what works. Ryan, that's why Ryan and I, we focus on cruising and RV, and those are both of our passions. Mm-hmm. But our videos do better with cruising. Yeah. So we do more, we get more views on cruising.
So we try to do a little bit more on the cruise end than we do on the camping end. Now, there are some areas of camping that do get a lot of views as well. But we found, as far as our channel goes, we get most of our watch time and a lot of subs from the cruising.
I see the light is flashing your glasses.
I know. I have my glasses on versus my contacts because with this cold and all that, it's sinus related, and so just trying not to have contacts in to do stuff like that.
Sorry.
But anyway, we found a lot of our cruise ship tours seem to do very well.
Especially our ship tours. Those are our top videos that we noticed.
Yeah. So, but anyway, we have coming up.
Yes, we have a booking to announce. Are we going to announce it?
I guess we can. I don't have a video for it yet, but
it doesn't matter.
Right. Well, fine. Okay. So you guys already know about the Vista. So yes, I've started to pop it up on a few channels, but It's not a group cruise. It's just, if you're looking to do a cruise and you want to come hang with us, book with whoever you want to book with.
But we're celebrating the big 5-0 next year for somebody.
That's right. I will officially stop dyeing my hair at 50. See, I look young right now because I dyed it to get rid of all the gray. But yes, no, we had this big exotic cruise planned for my 50th birthday, and that fell through because for some reason my daughter decided to get married.
Yeah. So
in my 50th birthday year. So now instead of dumping money
instead
into
of
that,
going to Hawaii,
we have to dump into that. No, anyway. But yeah, so what we are doing is we are doing a 7-day cruise that goes to Ocho Rios, Jamaica, and Grand Cayman, and the beach club at Bimini on Virgin Voyages, the Resilient Lady, and it will be February 7th through the 14th, because my birthday is on the 11th. And it's a 7-day, you heard me right, it's actually a 7-day cruise on Virgin. Mm-hmm. They are starting 7-day and longer cruises now instead of 4 and 5 days.
Right.
So
if you want to go,
if anybody wants to go, yes.
You don't have to book through us, but if you want to book through us, you can book through us.
Yes.
But you don't have to.
You don't have to.
You don't have a group or anything, or it was just something fun for Ryan. So we booked a cruise, no kids.
Yep.
We're going to be a little wild.
Definitely. And we've actually, since we hit Diamond with Royal, and, we're, at least for the next 2 years, we're still Platinum with Carnival. Since we've kind of moved into the travel agency on the side, we wanted to actually get on new ships and new cruise lines. So we have the World America, as you guys know, which we'll play an ad for that a little bit later. That is this Thanksgiving. Then we're going to have the Resilient Lady on Virgin Voyages in February of 2026. Again, the 7th through the 14th. We just booked that a couple of days ago. Then you got Booze Cruise 4.0 on the NCL Aqua next October. And I think that's
it for right now.
What we have for right now.
The rest of it's filling in with RV stuff.
Yeah, 3 new cruise lines that we're trying over the next year.
All right, a couple people snuck in.
Ooh, Scotty J! Linda, listen, Linda. Linda. Book the cruise. I love that clip that you do, Scotty.
Mm. Yeah, Eddie, February 11th.
Yep, that is my day. Same day as Abraham Lincoln. At least I think it's the same day as Abraham Lincoln.
Oh, yeah, I hope so. You said it, so must be true. It's on the internet webs now.
It's on the internet now. Yep. Oh yeah, the Viva is October 26th. Yes.
Yes.
So.
And Scotty J Travels. Book it.
The Ungroup Unhinged Group Cruise.
We're trying to come up with a fancy name, and I've been playing with some names.
Well, for the Virgin one, I was thinking bringing Sexty back. Ryan's 50th birthday bash.
Yeah. I
don't know. What do you guys think? And then I'm going to figure out a little video to try to appropriate very short segments of a certain song from a certain person that used to be in 98 Degrees in Sync. What was he part of?
I didn't follow those.
I never watched them. So.
All right.
So. Oh, your brother as well. That's cool.
Yeah. All right.
That is very cool.
So we're caught up in the chat again. Can I do a trivia question?
Sure. If you want to put a trivia in there, we can get some people answering some trivia, and they should be in here pretty soon. So here you go. Trivia question while we're waiting for Lucia and Glenn.
So these are old schools. They're not all Disney questions, though. So what country's citizenship did Albert Einstein give up in 1933?
Wow. Just put a random one out there. I have no idea. Does anybody know what country's citizenship Albert Einstein gave up?
No guesses.
No guesses because you're asking hard questions.
That's from the kids section.
It's not a kids section.
Look, it says questions in this box to be answered by kids.
Well, back in the day we were smart, but now
we're dumbed down.
We've been dumbed down because everything's right at our fingertip. We don't have to remember anything.
They Googled it probably. Yep, Germany is correct.
Awesome.
See? It was a good question.
Okay, it was a good question.
You guys want another one?
Sure, why not?
Are there trains in Iceland?
Oh, guess who's here? All right, everybody. So thank you for waiting patiently. Yeah, sausage. That's right.
Hello.
Hello.
Everybody.
I said, Lucia, we're going to make it home in a hurry. Close your eyes.
She sent me the video, and I was like, don't get a speeding ticket.
Beautiful night.
We did no, by the way.
Well, welcome in, you guys. Welcome in.
Thank you.
For coming on board.
Yeah. I didn't even tell Glenn the question, so ask away because he has no idea what he's in for.
Oh, jeez.
I'm a
How much money are you going to give Lucia? No. Excellent. So everyone, yes, let's welcome in Lucia and Glenn. Many of you might know them. Some of you might not, which is why we're going to have our show tonight. I've put their link in the chat.
Hello, everybody.
So I guess the easiest one, which I didn't officially put it in there, is just tell us a little bit about yourselves, a little bit about your channel, what you guys are all about.
You talking or am I talking?
Let me start. She can interject because she always interjects.
You're lying.
Right?
Sounds about right.
Be prepared, Ryan, because this is what you guys are in for when you cruise with us. You have no idea what you're in for. So your wife will be officially scarred after this podcast, and I have nothing to do with it.
Well, Lucia and I, from January through April, we don't do anything or go anywhere because I'm a tax accountant and I have to work.
Boring.
And after May 1st strikes, we were on the loose. We were on the loose like a goose.
We're on the run.
We did China, South Korea, Japan, and then we just got back from a trip with the family to Greece. In another 2 weeks, we're going to be on NCL's brand new ship, Aqua.
Si, senor.
Leaving from Port Canaveral for the very first time, and we're going to be off to some of the poorest places on the planet, but that's what a Caribbean cruise is.
Notice how he doesn't know how to follow instructions. So we're Lucia and Glenn. We're from Northeast Pennsylvania. We live in God's country, as you can see. God's country. We have no neighbors, just bears.
Nice.
Wildlife, etc.
I can see
we have been together since. What's that?
I said I could see my neighbor's house.
No.
We've been together since 2014. We've known each other for 43 years, and in 2020 we got married. We'll be celebrating 5 years worth of marriage, wedded bliss, torture in October.
October 3rd.
And
right around the
our YouTube channel came out during the pandemic. We were pretty much not going places and doing things. I was shut down. He was restricted from doing taxes, and lo and behold, we got on YouTube and saw Daniel and Yuka, who are our best friends today. The very first video we ever pulled up, and Glenn looked at me and said, "Why can't we do this?" I says, "I don't know, because I'm married to you. And I'm not used to learning new things because with him around, it's extremely frustrating." One thing led to another. Yeah, you look at me like that.
So frustrating to be married to me.
One thing led to another, and next thing you know, Lucia and Glenn was born. Now, this is our second channel because our first channel went poof thanks to me and my stupidity. But we're doing good, so I'm not complaining.
Yeah, on our first channel, Lucia tried to copy and paste 555 videos.
Yeah, and it went.
Well, the copy worked, the paste did not.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Right?
Oh wow. Yeah.
In any event, it's always good to start over, and you know what they say when your house gets flooded, when your basement gets flooded, it's God telling you should have cleaned the place up to begin with, right? Yeah. So here we are. We're doing stuff every day of the week. We do something fun if we could.
Yep.
Before we got here, we did one of our famous Northeast PA tripe tour stops.
So good. You're gonna have to watch the video.
At a place that was just 2 short blocks away from where I grew up.
That's it.
And
Wow.
and we sat down with the owner of the place, and it was like, you know everybody.
Don't give out any spoilers. I got
Hey,
questions
hey,
to ask, so let them watch the video.
I understand. I will talk your ear off.
Yes, he will, Ryan. I'm telling you.
Hey, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, we've got relatives. My grandfather actually lived in downtown Philly in a row house.
Oh, wow.
And so I remember visiting him every year. We'd go to the left and get on the electric carts to get pretzels and go right down to the zoo.
Nice.
The other way was I don't even think it exists anymore, but it was Bread and Beck's Bakery.
Ah.
That we used to go to all the time that just had the best pastries.
Sweet.
Mm-hmm.
But it's been a couple of years since we've been up there.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm sure if you go to Philly now, you will find just as satisfying a selection of bakeries and pastries because there has been a comeback. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Good. Because I know Bread and Beck's, I know at least the place that we went to closed because the Philly Pretzel Company took over that spot for one of their factories.
Nice.
So we got, hey, Foodie's vacation.
Foodie, show Foodie some love.
Yeah, we got to show some love. She came in green. Welcome in, Vicky.
Hi, Vicky.
So
sorry, Glenn. Typical Eddie Lugo. Just wait until the creators crew.
Sorry
Just
for you,
wait.
Eddie Lugo.
Just wait. Eddie, you're doomed. You're gonna lose that car race.
He's got to wait
You're
a year.
doomed.
I know, right? I mean,
So
I even had him on video and Helen talking smack about how he was going to put everybody in the ground on this go-kart thing. And
let me tell you something. When Glenn and I do go-karts, he cheats.
What?
He always wins. So, Eddie, he's going to cheat.
I'm not afraid of the gas pedal.
We'll
put
see
it
about that.
We'll
see about that.
So I understand that you have a couple of questions for the world travelers.
I think you should each ask us the questions personally. This way we don't interject one another because he likes to do that.
All right. Zip it.
What's your favorite type of trip? Cruising or land-based?
Land-based.
Well, we found that we have to mix it up because of this particular reason. When we do a land-based tour, all right, there's a lot of homework that
As
needs
a
to be
do-it-yourself now.
As a do-it-yourself now, yes, there's a lot of homework that needs to be done.
Oh, yeah.
For instance, was they turned off my credit card on Saturday afternoon because on Saturday morning I had booked rides in Hong Kong, hotels in Shenzhen, China, tickets to Hong Kong Disney, a ride on a boat, and it's just like they just said like, okay, we don't believe you that you're gonna go and do all this fun shit, and and the fact of the matter is that that's our normal set of charges on a Saturday morning when we're doing a land tour.
That's
now,
cool.
When we do a cruise, I tell Lucia, I'll pack your bags. All we have to do is to show up.
You don't want to see what he's packed.
Well,
or not packed.
She always says, why did you forget this? Why did you forget that?
Should we have warned your viewers we're a little R-rated?
Darn.
Say, that's what I'm like. You don't need 5 pairs of shoes. You only need 1 pair of shoes.
Not at all.
You don't need any underwear.
No.
Yeah.
I'm not Cheryl. I don't need 7 suitcases.
Yeah, she'll rewear her shorts, but we draw the line at socks and underwear.
Welcome in, Tiffany.
Hey, Canadian.
We really beat the heck out of our socks most of the time when we're on vacation. It's the only time we really get active.
We need to buy you bombas.
What's a bomba?
Socks.
Is that one of those ugly monkeys?
Maybe.
Is that a bomba?
Oh my gosh.
Boo-boos. What are they?
La-boo-boos. I'm going to buy you a
La-boo-boo. Buy me an ugly monkey. Oh, wait a minute. I got one. So yeah, the cruises are easier because there's not a lot of planning that has to go into it. You just have to write the check.
Right. So when you guys do go out and you vlog, how do you balance getting content, but also actually being able to, enjoy where you are?
I think I better answer this one.
Yeah, you go.
This is my question because I'm the editor that makes all the videos. He just shows up and looks pretty. So,
I'm the eye candy.
He's the photographer. Far from it. Ryan's better eye candy than you.
We can both just go.
There you go. Well, now I'm gonna spit out our drink on that one. Okay, so
all right, let's have it. Let's have it.
So what happens is, I've been studying the way that a lot of YouTubers, including yourselves, film different things. And I notice a lot of them, they're taking a lot of B-roll and they're taking a lot of pictures and they're putting a lot of extra stuff in there. I don't do that. I do it as raw as it gets. I show up and then I film. And then if we're doing something like, for example, when we did the episode for Beijing Universal Studios, I just went in there and every 15 minutes I'm recording my segment. I'm going with the flow, and that was it. I was done. And then the minute we got back to the room, upload, edit, finito, out the door it goes, scheduled for a rainy day. That's it. Because I'm used to doing it on my phone, which is why I was asking you before earlier in our conversation about iPhones and Androids, which the winner's iPhone, unfortunately. I just get on the phone, I upload, I edit. I'm learning more and more thanks to Tia and John's adventures of how to do it on the computer and add the more B-roll. And he'll hear me screaming from the upstairs. And then it's like, okay, he has to come up and literally shut the laptop and say, walk away.
All right, is it my turn to speak now? Can I talk now?
That wasn't your
Jesus. So here's what Lucia does. She doesn't really edit a video as much as she assembles all of the clips from the day. Front to back, she's telling the story of our day. Now, me and Maya,
he's the extemporaneous speaker. I can't even say the word.
Right. I will give some voiceover if it needs to happen that way. But me, I am a photojournalist, and I've had a camera in my hand since I'm about 10 years old.
He had a black room and everything.
And I had a dark room in my basement when I was a kid. And when I sit down, when I stop to take a picture, I've already got it framed in my mind.
And it ends up as a canvas on our wall.
I come from a place where you had to spend money to take that picture. You had to buy film, and you had to buy prints, and you had to do all of these processes and all of that. And now I live in this dreamland where I could just snap 40 pictures if I wanted to, but I still go back and I take the best picture I can take, because it's not a camera that takes a picture, it's a photographer that takes a picture. Now, when I stop to take the picture that I'm going to take, that's the exact same time that Lucia says, this is cool, I should do a video here. And she turns it into one of our segments along the way. So you can catch the recap in photos of what we did today on my Facebook channel. And you can catch what we did today in video, which would be the same thing over again, only in motion, because Lucia is the video journalist.
And I'm pretty damn good too, aren't I?
Sometimes.
That's a nice little partnership.
That's why when we did our Ovation of the Seas, that's what I was asking you, Ryan, so many questions about it. And when we got on that ship, I got to tell you, I've watched a lot of videos of Ovation on the Seas, but your guys' video was the best one, because we got on the ship, we knew where stuff was, we knew what we were doing, so that was the best video in all the years that I know you. Hands down, I enjoyed.
Cool.
Well, we appreciate it. I know we were talking a little bit when you guys first got on there, so I guess that's the next one. Tell us a little bit, because I know it was interesting to see how it progressed with our conversation and then with your videos.
Let me tell
you. That it went
from,
this place sucks, this is terrible, to hey, you put the star of the sea.
When we got on the ship, again, it was our very first Royal Caribbean. It's not our last, as you saw. Right. And we were just so frustrated because the bartender cut him off. I don't know how that even happened.
Until the Jamie Olivieri.
I know. But I'm just giving you the clips because I'll let him tell the story. He's better at it. The bartender cut him off. He was aggravated. He was passed out drunk in the room. The Jamie Oliver's restaurant, the first night was bad. I've never eaten so many bones in my anchovies. I wanted to just get off in the next port. But by the time it was over, it was so good that when we saw Back to the Future was going to be on Star of the Seas, he's like, we got to book it. I was like,
yeah.
What else do you want to add?
What do I want to add is, yes, when we got on there, we got last week's seafood and paid extra for it at Jamie Oliver's. And we complained about it on deaf ears that night. And we had to go down to
he was mad.
The front desk and tell them about it, because you can't do that.
If you ever see his face go pink, he's pissed.
Right.
On Saturday morning, if there's any fish left over, feed it to the fish in the ocean.
Let him be
feed it
cannibal.
to me. Please. So we were mad at them about that, but they made up for
They
it.
redeemed.
We went back
did.
for lunchtime one day, and we
It was so good,
we
oh
had
man.
it really, really good. So they kind of redeemed themselves for
Yep.
that. The bartender that cut me off, I was drinking Hotel California.
Oh,
which is a
so
margarita
good.
with Tabasco sauce
But
in
they
it.
stink so bad.
Well, I would ask her for an extra shot because she would never put enough tequila in my
She
Hotel
got mad.
California. Well, I don't like a sweet margarita. I like a savory margarita, and she got mad because she thought I was like teaching her what how to do her job.
Yeah, she got.
Okay.
Like, give me that shaker,
And she
girl.
cut him
Where's
off.
the bottle of
She just cut him
tequila?
off, and that was it. He was mad.
And when I tried to order another drink, she got mad at me and left.
Yeah, but it all worked out in the end.
It's
So.
okay. It's okay. It's my first day on the cruise. I was getting my money's worth.
Considering we couldn't go in the casino.
Well, that's another story.
I know.
Right. Well, now you're going to have to tell us that story.
So whenever you sail out of China, you're not allowed to bill.
Well, tell them how your regular do.
Oh, regularly when we go on a cruise, I just say throw $100 on my room account. But when you're in China, you can't do it. It's a government thing that any ship that sails out of China on any line, they have to shut it off. They want you to show up with American money. We don't ever carry cash. Yeah. Zero. So ever since then, I don't gamble in the casino anymore because I don't want them getting my hard-earned money.
Because the other cruise ships, you put your card in, you say yes, pull $100 from my onboard account.
Yeah.
You settle up with them at the end of the cruise. But this one expects you to walk on board with a wad of money in your hand if you're going to gamble.
The Australians
did. I don't agree with that.
The Australians did that. We didn't.
Some people do. They walk around with a pile of money, but I'm afraid I'm going to get robbed or I'm going to lose the pile of money. So I carry it.
Yeah, that's normally what we do is put our card in, it gets charged to the room, and whatever our budget was, you just play. Yeah.
But that wasn't happening here, and it turns out I saved myself $1,000 because Lucia did not gamble.
But now I don't gamble, period, because I would just rather be vlogging around the ship. Because you never know who you're going to run into, which that ship we ran into, who? Famous TikToker Nadine Bauer, and then we found some YouTubers from Germany, which was pretty cool. And then the one before that, who did we find? AK Travels on Gem, so that was pretty neat.
We always keep our eyes open for other YouTubers to, befriend them and what have you. But you know what? Some YouTubers are just like, they're not enjoying their vacation because they're working, creating content. And this is what Lucia and I do is just...
We balance it.
We're on vacation. No matter what.
We're just our raw, authentic selves. That's it.
Yeah. I find that I tend to try to videotape more and more, and Mel has to look at me and she goes, "This is vacation. Leave the damn camera in the room for this round and let's just go enjoy the night tonight." But my viewers, you can just give them a recap monologue in the morning.
I tend to levy towards C days as not recording because there's really not much to do. So I try not to record on C days, but it's getting harder and harder, you know?
We'll give some ship tour stuff, but mostly it's got to be something new. It's got to be something exciting or interesting that other vloggers have not covered, because there's people out there that cover the ship from top to bottom, and you can go and watch their video.
Right.
And you're going to see the same thing that we would have showed.
We try to do a little bit of a different kind of spin to it, so.
Definitely. Well, speaking about trips, how do you guys plan it? Do you just go with the flow, or do you actually sit down and say, okay, we want to do this?
Yeah, like how do you pick where you're going next?
Well,
can I tell the prelude before you answer it? So years ago,
Glenn, you do all the talking.
No.
I'll be over here, you guys.
Years ago, Glenn was not allowed to be in front of the television because all his brothers would hoard the television from him.
I come from a family of 5 brothers.
Right. So when they would hoard the television, Glenn would grab the Encyclopedia Britannica. This is no joke because he still has that book here in this house somewhere. He would open it up and flip through and be like, okay, someday I'm going to go here, someday I'm going to go here, someday I'm going to go here. When we was it married or when we first started dating?
Something like that.
He opened up the book and he said, what do you think about going here someday? I said, sign me up. I said, let's go. Now you can tell the rest of it. I throw that up.
So most of my ideas came from the Encyclopedia Britannica, which was like 50 years ago when I was a kid. And my mother's chair was here, the encyclopedia was behind her, and my brothers would all pick what was on the television that night. I would never be able to pick what was on the TV. So me, for lack of interest, would identify places that someday I'm going to go there, and someday I'm gonna do this.
Mhm.
And one of the for instances is the Christ the Redeemer statue in Brazil. Oh,
Look
look
at
at
the
this!
puppy.
He's got a
He's
dog there,
crying.
Jane.
Yeah.
What's the dog's name?
So this is Peaches.
Peaches.
Yep.
Aw,
She's officially, her full name is Georgia Peaches.
Georgia
Georgia
Peaches.
Peaches.
How old?
13.
No
Oh, God
kidding.
bless her.
Oh,
Yeah,
she's
she
treasure.
God
usually
bless
has
her.
to go outside this time, so I'm trying to keep her quiet.
Ah,
Yeah.
that's
And with
nice.
me working OT, I'm not petting her or paying attention to her like I would
Oh, we
today.
know how that is.
So now she's also like, Daddy's not petting me.
This
Aw.
one is right behind the door right now as we speak. He decided to be a little con artist this morning by hiding on me. He was on top of my mother's piano. And when he jumped down, I don't know if you have a picture of the other one. When he jumped down, he started kicking the crap out of the other one. Like, you blew my cover.
So also, anyone in the chat, if you guys have questions for Lucia and Glenn,
Yeah.
make sure you pop those in
Keep
there
it
as
clean,
well.
Eddie.
I mean, we've got a list, but by all means, if you guys want to ask some questions, pop it in there.
Yeah, keep it clean, Eddie.
So nowadays, yes, we try to mix it up between cruises and land-based vacations, and we love to go to Japan. We love to go to Greece. We love to go to Amsterdam. We picked up cruise ships in Amsterdam. We always get a pre and
Amsterdam's
a
a good
post
time.
when we're there.
Yeah.
We've done the Mediterranean cruise and got to visit her first cousins in Italy
We did.
before we boarded the ship in Naples,
Mhm.
and then they took us to Malta and Sicily and Barcelona and the south of France, and go on.
This is the other one, but that's her baby picture.
Oh,
She's actually behind the door right now screaming.
she's crying. She wants her mommy and
She'll
daddy.
get mommy and daddy when I'm ready. They're already fed. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So picking the next vacation is trying to get Lucia not to book a cruise every single month, so that I can squeeze some of these.
I'm trying. I'm trying. I'm doing good for next year, though.
Oh, every time I turn around, she's coming back. She's like, "We got to go to Hawaii on a cruise ship, and we got to see everything." And I'm like, "That's not how I wanted."
Well, then prove me wrong. Then prove me wrong.
Fly there, rent a car, stay there, stay on one island for a whole week. Do not go to.
That's how we did Paros.
Because
nice.
It's just not the vacation that I'm interested in. It's not how I want to see Hawaii.
No. Looks like JJ Adventures has a question.
Yeah, so Jan has a question for you guys. They do a lot of vacations. The Smoky Mountains are home for them. So how do you choose your cruises? Like
it all depends on the destination.
Well, no, there's two factors.
Okay.
Either we're going on a brand new ship.
Correct.
In that case, the ship is the attraction, or we're going to brand new places.
Right.
Like we got to go to South Korea when May. It's already 2 months ago. I'm saying last month, but it was the beginning of May. And the stops that we did in South Korea was enough of a taste of the place to say, like, let's fly here one day and just stay
I would
here
go
for
back.
a couple days. I would.
We had a good tour guide in Korea. I would go back. Definitely.
He's one of our Facebook friends now. But the cruises, if it's a new ship, we're sold on it.
Right, but as far as cruises go, NCL was our very first cruise, so that's how we fell in love with NCL, going on NCL Star that had the Brazilian steakhouse on it. That's how we fell in love with NCL Star.
Yeah, that was.
I've heard about their Brazilian steakhouse.
It's so good because we've had it more than once. And then MSC.
We started in 18.
Right, and MSC's our number one because we just love the food, we love the quality, we love the people.
Well, what intrigued me about MSC was them opening the
private island,
Ocean Key.
But we got duped the first time.
Well, they were not ready to receive passengers. It was brand new.
They didn't
want it. But we're on
it.
a brand new ship. We're on Merviglia, and we were going to the brand new island. And everything happens for a reason.
Right.
Because we didn't go to their private island. They took us to Cozumel. We got on the ferry and went over to the mainland and got to see another wonder of the world.
Yeah.
We got to see Chichen Itza.
Oh, nice.
So, all bad things happen for a good reason.
Yeah, definitely. So it looks like Jan's going to be going on the Dawn.
Nice. We haven't been on the Dawn yet. But Europe is a good time.
Are you going to Europe or sailing in Europe? Because I don't want to do one of those transatlantic.
Yes, recommend NCL hands down. We've been on, let's see, we've been on Star, we've been on Encore, we've been on. Did you have a blank?
Jade?
No, Gem. We've been on Gem.
Went through the Panama Canal.
But we've been on others
NCL.
too.
So no, those are the 3 NCLs. Now we have them booked. We have Aqua now, and then we have
Viva
next year.
Yeah, but wait, though we've been on more NCLs than that. Oh, those 3. You better check your app.
Yeah,
get lost.
Well, Jan, I know that Mel and I can vouch for NCL's food because we actually tasted it when we did a tour of the Aqua as travel agents.
All right.
And I know we still rank Princess slightly above.
We haven't
done Princess yet.
But NCL, like I said, if we take Princess out of it, NCL's been the top main dining room fare we've had.
Yeah.
But Princess, I've been on 2 of them, 2 different ships, and both of the meals were just like barely a step down from specialty restaurants on Royal. And
that's good.
We're going to have to check out Princess because I know a lot of the travel companies, I'm sure yours does it, if they're like, if you pass the test, we're going to give it to you for free. That's what I want. If it's free, it's for me.
If it's free, it's free to you. Get me 2.
So it looks like they're flying to England and they're going to be doing, they're going to be doing a
Southampton. Okay, very good.
Nice.
So, but yeah, the food main dining room fare on NCL is definitely going to be phenomenal. So
cool.
I can only imagine what specialty restaurants are. You know, Carnegie's being one of them, and they have the Japanese.
You're missing a Norwegian, honey.
Which one?
Spirit. We met Spirit. We were on Norwegian Spirit in Asia.
Yeah. Eddie says he loves NCL as well. So, Jan, yeah, you're definitely not going to go wrong getting on NCL.
Nice.
So we love MSC, we love NCL, and we
Holland America.
Holland America. But
he's choking on his water.
Sorry, I needed water and I breathed in at the same time and it went down my lungs. Sorry about that.
Holland America is our to die for. 0 kids.
We haven't done that yet.
0.
Tell them about the ship.
The ship? Oh, man.
Brand new ship, inaugural season, Rotterdam, a couple years ago.
We've been on it twice. We're going on it again.
We're going on the same ship again in June.
Yeah.
Take us to Norway.
Yeah.
Starts in Amsterdam or Rotterdam, goes up to Norway.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, we were trying to do a ship tour on that, but unfortunately it got booked out before we decided to go. So I'm going to keep an eye on it and try to go. But they're doing an 11-day as well.
11-day.
That ought to be great.
Jeez.
Very cool.
Eddie, what's Hasumi? Are you talking love language to your boy here or what? Hasumi. He said Hasumi.
Is that a restaurant?
Hasumi? Maybe it is.
Maybe. It might be.
It's a Japanese place.
Yeah. It sounds familiar. Yeah, we're trying to broaden our horizons. We're trying to probably start going to Europe and different places.
Europe is good.
Yep. Welcome back, Sherman. Thanks.
Hey, Sherman.
Yeah, I know we really wanted to do that. And that was actually going to be my 50th, was probably going to be a Mediterranean or European or Hawaii. But yeah, then the whole
you don't look 50.
Getting married thing. I'll be 50 in less than a year.
I'm 50. I'm turning 51.
Yeah.
Dude, we're getting old.
I know, right? But yeah,
Mel's 21, right?
Yeah, I'm 21.
She's 21. I marry young. I like my women young.
Yeah, he likes his women young.
But it's illegal in some countries. But I know we've Caribbeaned out. I mean, we have done so many. We've been to almost. I mean, I think we've been to every island we can be in.
Have you been to Aruba?
We're actually going to Aruba again next week.
Next week.
I love
the only one we haven't been to is Bonaire, which is on next week's
ABC. We were A and B, not B.
Yeah, we didn't do Bonaire.
Yeah, this is our first time to Bonaire, and then we're doing Celebration Key.
Yeah,
so we'll be there first day.
Yeah.
Carnival.
Yeah. Yes, that's a sore subject right now for a lot of Carnival.
I know it's a sore subject for a lot of people. I told him I wouldn't mind trying Carnival, but after reading what I read tonight, somebody was stranded in the cruise port because they were stuck in traffic for 5 hours, and they got there, and security's like, no, we closed this gate early, and there was 18 couples that missed out on the cruise.
I heard about that.
16 families, yeah, I saw that.
That's in Miami.
Yeah, it almost feels like, I know we're not really supposed to be talking about this, supposed to be talking about you guys, but seeing all the challenges with Carnival, it almost feels like a change you would see with the changing of a CEO, where they're coming in to make their mark and they're like, okay, I don't like the direction this is going. I want to change things. Because with
I'm gonna show you
changing
this.
the loyalty
Not to
program,
interrupt. Move your chair. Can you see her?
Oh yeah,
She's staring. She's glaring right now. I had to show it to you. That's our numbie. Sorry.
What are you guys doing?
I see.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. But I see a lot of fundamental changes with the company, in the last couple of months. Loyalty program, announcements of not doing certain line dances or music anymore, and there's just a lot of changes that are going on. A lot of changes.
So we'll report back on what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to be interested to see, because again, last time we've been on a carnival was the Mardi Gras in 21, like 3 weeks after the stop lifted for COVID. So it's been a while since we've been on carnival.
We've never done one because we've been hearing mixed things.
So we've been on carnival for the first 20 years that we were married, so we had no problem. We loved it.
I'm surprised you guys haven't been to Bonaire yet, Liz. Nope. I mean, we haven't either, so yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, but we've been on Carnival, and like Mel said, for the first 17 years, we've got like 16 cruises with them.
It fit what we were doing as a family at that time.
Yeah,
so.
I've never really had a problem, and I know the uproar about the loyalty program, but when you actually break it down, you weren't getting really anything that spectacular anyway, other than just the prestige of saying, "Ooh, I'm platinum" kind of thing. Everything else was kind of meh. So I don't mind it. I still don't mind it. I'll find myself getting on it, but it'll be strategic though. New ships, new locations, that kind of thing.
It's okay, Peaches. Numbie sends you kisses.
She's not holding me now.
So I'm curious about traveling in Japan on the cruise. So, were there any challenges, or were there any situations that are ordinary?
The only challenges is when you go to Japan, you have to have an eSIM. I swear by Olafly, it was the best thing ever. It saved our life, and here's why. The last time we went to Japan, we didn't know anything about Olafly. So Ken Abroad, a big creator who swears by it. We watched a couple of his videos. He was using it. I said, let's do it. Because the last time we were in Japan, we had no signal. We couldn't use Google. We had a hotspot that wasn't really doing so good. We were pretty much almost screwed the whole time. But this past time that we went, the Olafly got us to where we had to go. What were the other apps that we said that we learned over the years?
I have a Solace internet pack that I bring with me, and I'll put my phones on airplane mode the entire trip that we're there.
But we also use
There's no data roaming.
Right.
Lucia will have an eSIM, and what's the value of the eSIM? It just changes you to a Japanese phone number, a Chinese phone number.
Yeah, you can't make calls from it.
And it's cheap. So it's data. It's strictly data.
You still have to have your international plan, but this is for your data, so you can stay connected. You can stay on Facebook. Stuff like that.
So the internet pack I have, you can connect up to 10 devices to it.
It's really good.
And have access to the data.
And even when you're on
Wi-Fi calling, and you could receive phone calls and text
even
messages.
on the cruise, even with the eSIM, we still got the cruise next on the ship, so that this way we didn't have any issues along the way. We just don't like that data roaming stuff.
The internet pack does not work on a ship.
No.
Not at all.
Yeah.
But Verizon, AT&T, they're both
AT&T's really good
with cruise packages that you can make your phone work, and you might not have to be sucked into the NCL or the MSC.
Right. Well, we said we were going to try that, but it's okay.
They're expensive.
They are expensive, but
$20 per phone per day, right?
Well, I think with NCL we were able to do 2 devices with one account versus MSC. You can't do that, so we're learning. We're still researching that whole ordeal.
As soon as we learn, they changed the deal.
Now, talk about challenges. When we went to China, we ran into a lot of challenges along the way, because along with the eSIM, you have to have Alipay to pay for things, or WeChat. And if your
American credit cards will not work.
Yeah, and if they don't work and they're connected up to that, you can be standing in the middle of Universal Beijing showing who you are with your passport and stuff for them to reactivate you. Yeah, they're very strict over there, but we worked through it and had no issues.
Well, that's exactly what happened. I had to be verified while I was trying to buy a turkey leg at Universal Studios, and the turkey leg was sitting on the counter getting pulled, and I'm holding my passport up
They felt
at
bad.
my
They gave
face.
you a new one.
So okay, please take my $6.32 now. All right.
Oh wow.
But it wasn't bad. You know, they don't have Uber Eats out there. They have their own Chinese delivery app. We couldn't make heads or tails of it, so we didn't even try.
Now, skip back to Japan for a minute.
Sure.
The only other thing that was a little annoying was the way they did the immigration.
Oh, yeah, that was awful.
We had two different experiences with entering Japan for the first time, and one was we were held hostage on the ship until 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Until every single person on the ship went downstairs and saw a Japanese immigration agent.
But they weren't letting anybody back on until everybody was off the ship.
That's another one.
Oh, sorry.
All right. The other one was just now where they collected all of our passports.
Yeah, I don't like that.
And they did all the processing for Korea. Gave us a sticker on the back of our passport to prove that we had done that. But in Japan, they made everybody exit the ship, see an immigration agent on land, and then go about your busy day. But no one was allowed back on the ship until every single person on the ship exited and did that immigration thing.
So would you say one or two is smoother?
I don't know which one is smoother.
I think number two was smoother. The first one was terrible because we stood in line for hours up on this deck 16 waiting to be seen.
I think if there's 3,500 people on the cruise ship, that they should just share, the cruise ship should just share all of the information with the Japanese authorities and say, you know what? Who do you have a problem with? We'll pull them off. Right? You're not allowed off the ship.
They want to know when you're going to the bathroom next, buddy.
Right?
Probably 5
minutes. Do I have
minutes
permission to go to number 2, sir?
Yeah.
Right.
Thank you, sir. May I have another?
Oh, man. Well, Liz is probably gone, but thanks for coming in, Liz. Have a good
Liz,
night.
Thank you.
And then, it looks like Jan's already in talks getting that international plan. Yep.
Yeah, definitely.
That's one thing that we've lucked out with ours. We're with T-Mobile.
Nice.
And they've got a really... Yeah, they got a really good deal for military, and my dad's technically the one that served.
Nice.
So
congrats.
Basically, he's got the plans in his name, but I pretty much pay for it for the whole family. And part of it, with the military is having the international plan built in.
Cool. That's good.
And like 25 cents a minute. So literally anywhere we have been, we've gotten free data, even though it might be kicked down to less than our 3G.
Yeah.
But we still have the ability to stay in touch with, WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, that kind of stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
And then 25 cents a minute if we needed to make a call.
Right.
Does Sean have T-Mobile?
Your son-in-law has T-Mobile.
My son-in-law has it, and he went to Greece, and they would give you so much high-speed data up front every day, but then they would throttle it down.
Whatever happened with that? Did you give her another solace?
No, he never had a hard time because he was not on the phone all day long like Lucia is.
I was not. Lena was. My niece, my problematic niece.
Stop. I'm only kidding.
We were out about somewhere, and she goes, "Take my picture." 350 pictures later, I'm like, delete. She's terrible.
It was only 102 pictures.
102 the first time, 250 the second time, and then I cut her off.
She's a star on TikTok.
No.
Right?
No.
Instagram.
No.
All right. What's next?
Cool. So next, I want to know a little bit about your Greece trip. We've seen, the videos and you being there with fam, but what was your most entertaining and oh my God, I absolutely love this. And anytime I go back to Greece, I want to do this.
Tell them.
I'm going to tell you exactly what my brother said. Every day at the end of the day. Now, this is coming from someone who has not been out of the country in 35 years. Every day getting together, sitting at the dinner table, talking about our day, figuring out what we're going to eat.
Watching the sunset.
Watching the sunsets, sharing our dinners. That is the best thing that I look forward to when we do our next family trip, which is probably going to be maybe next year or the year after. But
my daughter and her husband would go on their own adventure today.
yeah.
My other daughter and her boyfriend would go on their own adventures.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, at 7:00, we would get together. We would share a meal together.
Yep.
We'd share all of our stories, and in the most beautiful place.
Oh yeah.
That was the most perfect thing
Yep.
about our vacation.
That's how we cruise with our family.
Yeah.
You go do your own thing, and then we see you for
look
dinner.
who's in the chat.
Look who made it
Jeremy.
Oh, they went out to dinner.
They're following in your footsteps, believe it or not. I'm actually doing something with Cheryl on Sunday. I don't know what I'm in for. With her and Scotty J Travels. God help me.
Nice. Welcome in. We'll call him Jeremy, right? Welcome in, Jeremy.
There we go, Jeremy.
Cheryl and Jeremy.
Are we talking to them?
Yeah, I think we're all. Well, I guess both of us then, because as long as we have good signal, we're going to be joining. It's 2 p.m. Eastern time with Jeremy and Cheryl and all of them. So yeah.
Nice.
So I guess we'll all be talking together about our channel.
Oh my God, are you uncomfortable?
So Georgia Beaches.
I
have to tell you about one thing that made our Greece trip really, really smooth, and that was a company called Welcome.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Can I speak?
Yeah, go ahead.
Welcome Pickups for the third time.
Okay.
Welcome Pickups had a van, Mercedes van. There was 8 of us, eight giant pieces of luggage. You can't call an Uber. You can't take those people on a subway train and all of that. But when we got out of baggage claim, there was a fellow holding a sign with my name on it. And I was like, everybody, let's go this way. All right.
Nice.
He would take the bags out for the girls. He would take and load up all of the luggage. And we had our own private ride from the airport to the hotel. Well, this happened when we were going to the ferry port. When we were getting picked up at the ferry port, we were getting back to the airport, and it just made everything so smooth, especially traveling with 8 people.
Yeah.
Welcome Pickups.
Definitely.
They're in 367 different cities.
Wow.
Nice.
Who does the planning usually? It sounds like okay. That's what I was picking up.
I just show up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I book all the airfare, I book all the transfers, I book all
my
the
travel information to do it.
and Lucia's a travel agent of record, as it
record.
And
that's not true.
We'll get a little commission out of the deal, and that always helps. But all the fun that happens in between is because
that's unscripted.
all of the transfers happen as smoothly as they did. Mm-hmm.
Nice. So, what's the most rewarding, I guess, experience you get with sharing your adventures on YouTube?
Well, for me, if one person calls Glenn locally here in our area and says, Glenn, I learned about such and such from your video, that's heartwarming right there. Or if someone says, I watched your review about John's Italian, which was one of the recent videos we did, and they said, I gotta agree with you, you're dead on right. I'm happy. We're not here, we're monetized. Yeah, we make a little bit of money. We don't make as much as you think we do, like maybe $100 every other couple months. But for us, it's all about people being happy. That's why we do it, because we have full-time jobs, we have full-time careers, so we're really in this for fun.
We're very fortunate to be able to do what we do, and we want to set it out there to people and say, you know what?
It's not hard.
It's not hard, and it's not going to break the bank either, because you can go out and you can buy the ticket, and the rest of the vacation will happen. You buy those airline tickets, like we're going to Hong Kong and Shenzhen in September. And this is because we've got a credit card. We used it for the miles for a year. And then at the end of the year, we got 2 free tickets to Hong Kong.
And I told him that by the time we go on that trip, we probably have enough there to go first class, and he won't listen to me.
So the airfare is free. We drive ourselves to the airport. We pay $125.
Yeah, we're flying out of Newark, not LaGuardia.
Maybe $150 to park. And when we get to China, most of the hotels, they're 4-star hotels, are $75 a night.
They're cheap.
So we can go for 2 weeks over there to be $1,000 worth of hotels, $0 for the plane tickets, and I don't even count the money that we spend on food, because the food is half the price it is of here at the lake.
Here at the lake, we're paying like $100, $200 for us
for a dinner.
Half of that
for
out
2
there,
of us
maybe.
For one night. We go there, we eat like kings for $50.
My God,
kings.
Wow.
We've been watching this one girl. What's her name?
Human with a chance of fish balls. She's a Hong Kong food tour.
We're going to try to find her when we get out there. There's a couple of them, but we're going to try to see if we can get her. I'll tell you what, because if not, me and him are going to do our own little food tour idea. It's going to be sick. Because I'm not afraid to eat anything. I'll eat anything.
Yeah,
I've watched has eaten everything.
Yes.
You mean I've eaten everything?
Awful. She's eaten innards.
Oh.
I have more guts than you.
There's some stuff I just can't. Yeah, I try, but I just
came from supper.
See, Glenn is anti-black olive. He eats black olives now.
No, you better check yourself.
Anti-anchovies. He eats anchovies now. What's the other thing I got you eating? Anti-Mr. Beet Man. He's eating beets now.
They cooked beets for us in Greece, and they were amazing.
Yeah.
So beets, anchovies, and olives, and I'll eat them.
He don't eat pickled beets. He eats hot beets. I won't
say no. Well, I had some pickled beets too. It's one of our stops along the way.
Yeah, but you'd say they sound like they taste like dirt.
They still taste earthy.
Stop it.
So I guess out of all of your different content, you do land-based vacations, you do cruises, you do the food taste tests. I've seen some of your music where you guys are singing and doing performances.
Yeah.
Which style is like your favorite? You find the most entertaining yourself capturing and doing?
We appreciate the video vomit that you see on our channel.
Listen, the reason why he says that is because I'm not going to say who at vidIQ, but I was on a video review for the very first time. And he says, unless you want video vomit, and I haven't let him live it down since he said that. Because I think it was recently we had somebody from over at vidIQ check out our thing, and they were like, "You've really improved. You are no longer video vomit." And I was like, "I told you."
Yeah.
I tried.
The channel is Life with Lucia and Glenn, and this is what we do. We go places and do things, and we have fun, and we do something cool about every single day.
For me, my favorite.
Is it the same thing that we do every day? No, it's something different.
For me, my favorite's the podcast because I get to play my piano. Or I'll play my mother's piano that she gave me when I was 5 years old. Because I've been playing for 46 years after 30 years of being
Sunday nights, we will entertain you.
So we'll entertain you, and we're just very unfiltered. I hope YouTube doesn't ever cancel us.
Her and I will pick a song every week. She'll practice the song. If we can't find the music,
we have a gentleman.
She reads music. I only read English, and I'm impressed by the fact
we have a gentleman in Buenos Aires that writes it for us.
We have a music aficionado, and he will turn any song that I send to him into a piano song.
He just did that with Judas Priest twice.
We send him guitar songs all day long sometimes, and he'll turn it into music, and she'll play it, and she'll practice it all week long, and all that rehearsing our parts, Sunday Night Live.
He wants me to learn Eminent Front, but I'm trying. I can't do it. By the Who.
Mm-hmm. Who are you? Who are you?
They got some good songs.
There you go. That's the era.
Well, you sound pretty good with having bronchitis.
I know, right? I just love
poor guy.
Somebody had some bronchitis last November.
Walking pneumonia for 3 weeks.
She coughed for 3 weeks.
All
around Buenos Aires. All around Rio. Terrible.
Brutal.
Yeah. Awesome.
But got home and got the cure.
Sweet. All right. So, with being such broad travelers, what's one mistake that you have made that you want to share with others so others can avoid making a similar mistake like that?
Go ahead, Glenn.
Mistakes? You tell
No, you first.
No, I can't think of any mistakes. We do stuff. I can't. What?
I think
you get someplace, the escalator's broken. You got to carry your bag. The elevator.
The only mistake is when we were on a cruise once, we didn't turn the data roaming off on our phone, and our bill was really astronomically high. I think that's the only mistake we've done.
Well,
to be honest.
We got on the cruise ship, and I thought I was using Wi-Fi calling. I was using ship-to-shore calling.
Yeah.
$218 to find out where my lost luggage was.
Yeah.
$218 for one phone call.
Yeah, that was bad.
Only to find out that they had transported it to the cruise stop that was two days away.
Yeah.
In Juneau, Alaska, and we had to wear the same clothes that we were already in for a day. 3 days in the same clothes.
Boy, talk about being ridiculed on the ship, but then we had money thrown at us.
Somebody said the second day we were there, like, weren't they wearing those clothes yesterday?
Like, yes,
we
were.
were.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yes, we were.
It was
That's
bad.
okay. I did my shorts cleaning in the bathtub.
There you go.
This is the
Did my
lesson that
laundry.
we learned. That time we were going on a cruise out of Seattle to Alaska, and we were leaving at 9 o'clock in the
This
morning.
is what happens when you leave the day of your cruise.
The day
Don't
of the
do it.
cruise, and
So there's our
we
mistake.
had until 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and the 4 time zones. So we had like 9 hours
Yeah.
to get from this side of the country to that side of the country, and the crew didn't show up. There
Nope.
was no stewardesses. There was no second in
Nothing.
command for the plane. We had to wait 5 hours.
Yeah.
We landed in Seattle. An NCL representative with a sign in her hand says, "Run to the bus, leave your luggage on the carousel, because you will miss the ship."
We did.
Wow.
No word of a lie.
5 minutes later,
5 minutes
pull it out.
after we got on the ship, it started to pull away from the dock.
Yeah, so
5
don't
minutes later.
leave the day of.
They will leave without you.
Yeah, they will. They don't
So
care.
go there the day before. Enjoy the city the
I
night
say
before.
go 2 days before.
Well, we're doing that. We're doing that this time because we're meeting some
we
friends.
did 2 days before. That's what we did when we were our Alaska trip.
Wednesday, because
Wednesday
we
night.
we flew in Wednesday.
So we enjoyed Thursday, and then we left on Friday.
And then we left on a Friday when we did Seattle. Yeah.
And this buffer, this little cushion, it's great. You have to put it on the beginning of the cruise. You might not have to put it on the end of the cruise.
When we do Asia, we put it on the beginning and the end.
Yes,
always.
We're going to Japan.
Always.
So, yeah, we got to stay there a couple of days.
We've gotten so used to Japan, like we go 2 weeks at a clip now.
But most of the ships have an excursion that they will take you to the airport.
Yep.
On the day the cruise disembarks.
Yep.
And that's what we're doing now for Aqua.
Yeah, we have to.
The NCL will take us to the airport.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we did when we went out of the Liberty port. We when we got off the ship, we did an excursion in New York, actually.
Oh.
Yeah. We did the Adventure of the Seas. The Adventure of the Seas out of Port Liberty.
The draining of the seas.
We called it the
we called it that because the Adventure of the Seas, when we were on it, because we noticed that we'd been on a bunch of Royal Caribbean ships before. We noticed how poor the service was. So I ended up talking to a maitre d' or somebody, and I was just like,
somebody.
I'm not going to go complain to front desk or anything, but I have really noticed subpar service, like almost everywhere.
We've had
that. And he said, I was like, what's up with this ship compared to, and I named like a half dozen others we've been on. He goes, well, in all honesty, right now, this one is 2 things. It's a training ship for new employees before they get dispersed. And right now, it's the ship of last resort for people who are not cutting it and are about to get fired. I was like, so we got newbies who don't know what the hell they're doing and people who just suck at their job.
It was him. He went like this and the balloons went.
Oh, yeah, the balloons went up.
Oh, okay. There you go.
But so that's why things were not up to par, is because you either had brand new employees or people who were not doing their job and about to be let go from the company. So
they're all in prison.
You stink.
They're imprisoned on the ship.
But I actually did complain to the maitre d' in Giovanni's, because we did what was called the Taste of Royal. It's basically kind of like the chef's table where you have all that exquisite meal, but the Taste of Royal is more of
we did that.
We did one.
Lunch.
Yeah, we did one.
Yeah, the lunch, and you guys know, then it's the lunch with all the different foods. From
you get filled to the point that you don't eat your supper.
Yeah. And so when we did it the first time, they came out
on a different
ship. They introduced every single meal, told us a little bit about how it was created, which ship that you could have it on, which restaurant it was on, served it to everyone. Everyone was done. They brought out the next dish and did the same thing with all this explanation. When we were there, it was like cattle car service where they just started bringing food out, and people right behind us were on their dessert when we hadn't even gotten our main course
yet. They did that to us in Wonderland. That happened to us in Wonderland.
So, yeah.
Are you familiar with the Wonderland experience?
Yeah, we've been there, done that, got the t-shirt.
Got the t-shirt.
You didn't get a t-shirt.
It's good to do it for the experience.
It was good to do it once, but I don't think I'll ever do it again.
I wouldn't do it again.
No, I don't like the idea that the waitress is going to pick my meal for me.
Yeah, no.
I would like to pick my own meal, and it's like
we
you're not smart enough to pick your own food.
Yeah, well, I know what they do. Remember, he was like, "I'll bring out a mix of all the appetizers," because really, Wonderland is about the appetizers, not about your main course.
Right.
Thank you, Eddie. I just saw that.
So,
Hayumi.
Oh yes,
yes.
I knew I recognized it.
Yeah, is the name of the. Yep, that's exactly.
And he's still here. We must be that entertaining. This is good. Getting better.
Exit stage left.
I gotta put you down. You're getting heavy.
All right. So another question then.
Mm-hmm.
I like this one. What is your? I absolutely must pack this item on every trip I go on.
Oh, jeez.
What the what?
Come on, Glenn. This is right up your alley.
But other than clothes, but like, what is your one? Hey, this is my travel thing that I need it. It is so valuable. I use it all the time.
2018, Lucia and I got to Greece and realized that we needed a European adapter.
Yeah.
And we went to the store, and it's got the 2 prongs on the end of it because it's going to be plugged into a European plug. And then it's got USBs, it's got regular outlets on it, and we could take this on every ship because every ship has European outlets as well. We don't have to waste the American outlets on this, and we plug it into the European one that would have gone unused for many people. But it's the European travel pack so that we can have what is 7 devices plugged into that one pack.
Not only that, but also the Anchor USB hub that I have that holds up to 6, so that when we're on a cruise or we're on a trip, he's got his side of the room, plus his CPAP machine. I got my side of the room. I got my 6 ports, and then we're fighting for more ports. So
we have to charge everything.
Yeah.
So that is the must bring.
Yeah, that's
item
the must bring, no matter
that
what.
other people that are cruising out to the Caribbean all the time probably wouldn't think of to get a European adapter.
It's funny you should say that because I actually have one of those myself that we're starting to use now.
Yeah.
I started doing it after Royal Caribbean was like, you can't bring any kind of socket adapter.
Nope.
No extension cord. So now I have the European adapter that has all of the USB plugs.
And when he brings his CPAP machine, he's got to ask for the extension cord because the last time it got confiscated.
Well, I brought with me what was a 6-foot long power strip that acted as an extension cord in this, and they confiscated, and they loaned me an extension cord
for $20.
And I got the deposit back when I returned it. But now I travel with an extension cord just in case I need it. And I really haven't needed it, but we're plugged into it right now on the ground over here. There's our extension cord just in case.
Very nice. It was hilarious. When I went out of Port Liberty, they confiscated my extension cord and basically supplied me with the exact same extension cord. Just I was like, why did you take mine?
Extension cord, sir, sucks.
Yeah. Why did you take mine? I literally have the exact same extension cord you guys gave me.
And that's the other thing that we don't travel without is when it comes to our phones, having power packs. Glenn and I have one that plug into our phones now. He's also got one that goes around his phone that I used to have, but I have an iPhone problem, so I don't buy them because I'm always constantly upgrading it every time.
Well, I don't use it too often, but let's say that we're going to New York City for the day, and we're going to be doing touristy stuff and sightseeing during the day, and then you're going to a show at night. You want to be able to have battery on your phone without having to carry a wire around. So there's a battery pack that goes on the back of it, and when the battery gets down to 15%, I hit the button, and it'll charge it back up to 75%.
Yeah.
And I'm good for the rest of the day like that.
Yeah.
The one thing that I have learned is you have to charge the case separate from the phone. Otherwise, you'll wake up to a dead phone tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That was like me when we were running late getting on here. I go to plug in the iPad's dead. And I was like, oh, crap.
This is dead as a doornail.
Because I'm trying to fix my contact problem. So when they were syncing, it killed my phone. It killed the watch. It killed the iPad.
Killed
the other
the battery
2
in your
phones,
mother's car?
Yeah. That's another story. And it killed the killed the battery on my buddy's Mac. So it's like, okay,
So that's the main thing that we have to bring on a cruise every time. We also bring our matching bathing suits. I'm not fitting into the bikini these days, so I have to wear my board shorts, right?
You're terrible. You're
Awesome.
terrible.
My Speedo doesn't go over real big on NCL.
Oh my God! You can get one on Temu. Way to
Well,
go!
I gotta get a new Speedo on Temu before we go to Aqua.
Welcome in, James Money.
Yep, welcome
Hi,
in, James.
Money.
Thanks for stopping by.
Hello.
Yep. So it looks like Eddie has his Euro adapter as well.
Yeah, Amazon is cheap. Yes, Amazon.
And Eddie says he's sorry he's late. He was taking a shower with Alice.
I would only love for this one to take
Alice? Who the heck is Alice?
You're terrible.
But yeah, we bring power
that
packs
on
as
last
well.
cruise.
But yeah, we bring power packs. I give one to Mel, and then I have one too that's like a wireless connection as well as multi-plug-in, so I can just keep it in my pocket and put my phone up against it in my pocket. So
on embarkation day, we have been wearing our bathing suits.
Yeah,
we're wearing our bathing suits on embarkation day.
Just jump in the pool when you get on the ship.
That's what we're planning on doing because we have a 10 o'clock arrival time.
Lucky you, ours is 12:30.
Nice, 10 o'clock.
Yeah, right? That's the earliest we've ever been able to get on board. When I was checking in for the Vista, I was like, 10 a.m.? Holy crap.
I would love an early check-in like that.
We noticed something new on NCL Aqua. They're offering us welcome aboard slots in specialty restaurants.
Ola Taco, baby.
We can go to Ola Taco and eat whatever we want on embarkation day before all of the restaurants open at 5 o'clock. We can go there. $17 a person.
Right.
That's not bad.
And I can't eat in the port. Breakfast in the port will be $47 between two people. All right, so I can save my appetite. I can get on the ship, and we're going to visit Ola Taco for $17 a person.
So good.
And then we'll jump in the pool.
Yeah, there you go.
It's becoming more and more popular with the specialties at lunch on the embarkation day.
Yeah. But yeah, Jan, I would definitely look at it, whether it's Temu. I know I got mine on Amazon, but definitely
Amazon
a phone charger.
I don't know about
be here tomorrow.
It's Amazon Prime right now.
Yeah, it is Prime Day, so I know a lot of that stuff is going to be on sale too.
Are we supposed to get a discount for Prime Day today on something?
I don't know.
Somebody was selling us something yesterday. You don't remember?
I don't know.
You have a brain like a sieve.
So Eddie says he brings his adapter and extension cord always, so it's up to the cruise line to take it out. Yep.
Yeah, me too, Eddie. Me too.
What Ryan is doing on the older ships because they didn't have enough power by the bedside. He's been running it up the wall across the ceiling, so I wouldn't clip with cords and stuff.
Yeah, for the longest time I put it on the ground, but then it like the light bulb went off. These are all basically metal boxes, and I could get 100-pound magnets off of Amazon.
Yeah,
I just put it up on the ceiling, and so now it's up and over, so the room steward doesn't have to worry about it.
Get some of them hooks
over it.
That's
what I did with my
Georgia Peaches.
I know she's staring at the wall again. She's a little bit blind.
Yeah. So, all righty. Well, we're going to take a break just for a half a second and hear from our sponsor, the World America Cruise. So we'll rest our voices and then come back and wrap things up here. But for the moment, take a look at this.
Ready to escape the everyday? Then mark your calendars for November 22nd, 2025, because you're cordially invited on the cruise of a lifetime. We're sailing on the brand new MSC World America, the first MSC ship built just for the U.S. market. This ship is massive, modern, and packed with next-level fun. We will be departing from Miami, Florida, and the first stop is Roatan, Honduras. Has a lot of lush rainforest, but trust me, the snorkeling is the best. Next up is Costa Maya, where you can explore Mayan ruins, or our favorite, a secluded, all-inclusive in the jungle. Next up, Cozumel, a true Caribbean classic with the beach clubs, or helmet diving. Last but not least, we stop in Ocean Cay, MSC's private island in the Bahamas with white sparkling sandy beaches and a lighthouse. And here's the best part, group rates are still way under current prices, but not for long, so make sure you act fast before these prices are gone. Cruise how you want. Chill, explore, or go full throttle. Or hang out with Ryan and Melinda from PK Adventure Travels. We'll be right there with you having the time of our life. Book now and make Thanksgiving 2025 unforgettable. And we will see you on the scenic route.
Here we are.
There we go. Wait, there we go. Sorry, guys. Not having it built in is a little bit of a problem. But yes, so if you guys are looking for the World America, let Mel and I know. We only have the rates
for another 2 weeks,
like
maybe?
2 weeks, 14 days. Right now, we're still like $300 to $400 a person, so you're talking $600 to $800 per cabin. Cheaper.
Not bad.
Than they're going for. So yeah, if you guys want to get on the World America, shoot us an email.
Nice.
So. All right. So before we ask you the final question of the evening, we're going to close out our poll. We were doing a poll on favorite foods.
Yeah, because you guys have so many food videos.
Yeah,
we do.
Tripe.
Oh, stop your tripe baloney, Malarkey.
So we wanted to ask, and the food that won is not what Mel and I even thought would win.
Oh.
58% said pizza is their favorite food.
Mm-hmm.
We had 17% say, I don't eat mere mortal food. 11% tacos, chicken burritos.
Okay.
And 11% Chinese. Pizza
food.
actually took the top dog, like overwhelmingly.
I can tell you my top three: tripe, Japanese, and Thai food. Those are my top three. Top three.
What kind of Thai food you like?
Vietnamese.
Thai Vietnamese food. They didn't teach you geography in high school, guys.
We like Thai.
Pad Thai. We like the pad Thai.
Chicken pad Thai. That's the Thai food.
Chicken pad Thai. That's what we love.
Tom yum soup.
Oh, it's good stuff.
Spring roll.
What's your top three?
Purses. What are my top three?
Dim sum's your number one. Don't tell me it's not.
I gotta have me some dim sum.
Yeah.
We're actually going when we go to Hong Kong to a dim sum making class
at Disney.
Wow,
and then we get to eat the dim sum at
mine's gonna turn out like
Hong Kong Disneyland.
Mm-hmm.
So
what's your other two?
I do like some dim sum. Lately, the Japanese karaage chicken and gyoza.
Oh, he loves that. God, you stink with your burps. What's your third one?
All right, and my third one is pizza. Pizza. All right. Yeah. We live in the Lackawanna Valley in northeast Pennsylvania, which has a huge Italian descent. And the restaurants here reflect that. We have a city that's two cities away from Scranton. That's called
Old Forge, Pennsylvania.
Forge. They are the self-proclaimed pizza capital
of they say.
The world. But the pizza that they serve there in Old Forge doesn't look like any pizza you've ever eaten before.
No.
Because it comes on a rectangular pre-made shell with their specific sauce and their cheese blend. And their cheese blend is majority American cheese.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right. So this pizza, it's like I said, self-proclaimed pizza capital of the world.
That's right, Eddie. Nothing like New York City. You got that right.
There's probably about 8 different restaurants down in Old Forge that serve this pizza, but it's all over the valley.
But you and I both know if you want the best pizza in New York City, it's right by the New York City terminal. What's the name of it?
You're talking about the cheapest pizza.
Yeah, the cheapest, but it's the best.
You're not talking about
it's the best.
Before we get on the bus to go back to New Jersey, where we park our car when we go to Manhattan, there is the 99-cent Two Brothers pizza.
Yes, I think
that is the
99-cent slice of pizza tastes really good, especially at midnight.
Yeah, it's the closest to my mother's, so there you have it.
I have dealt
Lombardi's. Lombardi's.
I have delved into some pizza making and have aspired to make better and better Detroit pizzas.
Oh, he makes the best Detroit.
I have a special pan that's been seasoned for Detroit pizzas, and then I order from Wisconsin the brick cheese that you have to use on the Detroit pizza. The sauce itself.
Oh.
What Spumoni's? I don't know
pizza
that
shop.
Oh, no, somebody was there. Adam Richmond was there, or Guy Fieri was there.
We need to go there.
But most of the pizza that we get is in Manhattan.
Yeah.
If we go to the Bronx, we can go and visit the Godfather.
Yeah.
Her godmother passed away last year, but we can go visit the Godfather.
Yeah.
He'll take us for pizza out there. And where we live too, they have a lot of sweet sauce variations. Sweet sauce variations, not with the pre-made crust, but with their own.
Forget about it.
Forget about it.
He's telling you to shut up, Glenn.
I understand. But I can go on, and I told Lucia a long time ago that if we were going to do a YouTube channel, we could have endless content with all of the Italian restaurants in the Lackawanna.
We've already tried that. That's why we have the NEPA Tribe Tour. We did our burger.
It down to that.
We did our burger challenge. Somebody we know does hot dogs. So we have yet to craft what the next kind of food adventures are going to be in there, because it's like everybody's copycat off of one another. There's only one guy out here that does nothing but review pizzas, and he does a great job at it. So
NEPA Pizza Review.
Yeah, so I let him keep the pizza, and I am NEPA Tripe. Yours truly.
There you go.
So that's my top 3. What about you guys? What do you like?
Actually, everything we put in the list is what we like. Mexican, Chinese, pizza.
Yeah.
Mexican would be
food
my,
rocks too.
Good.
Good. Mexican would be my number 1. And that's because actually I like burritos.
No.
Okay.
Beef burritos. Although, yes, I have a chicken burrito song. But we had this place called Monterey's in Douglasville, where I grew up when my dad got out of the service, and we used to go there every Friday after our football games. We'd do our football games in the band, and then when we were done, we'd go to Monterey's, and we used to just eat there all the time. I mean, even through college, I'd come back and we'd go there, and then when we were old enough to drink, it was Texas margaritas there, and the frozen margaritas.
Yeah, we even had our
rehearsal dinner was there. Our going away when we moved from there. I mean, we would close this place down with the owners, and then they'd close up the shop and then drink with us for another hour after they closed. So Mexican is my top choice, followed very closely by Chinese. I just,
I love Italian.
Yeah,
Italian's good stuff.
So what's your favorite Italian?
I just like everything Italian.
Spaghetti and meatballs, ravioli.
No, probably pasta. Anything with pasta.
Manicotti.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
Where did we eat last night?
Last night.
You remember where we had Barletta's?
Yeah.
Right. Now this place does a smash burger, and Lucia had to stop herself from ordering the super smash.
Yeah, I had to. It was too big.
The burgers are a thing. I mean, they come on the same 99-cent package of buns that your mother fed you when you were a kid.
Yeah.
Right? And then they'll put lettuce, and they'll put tomato, and they'll put onion, and they'll put bacon, and they put the smash burgers that overflow the bun. And she didn't go for the super smash, but she went for the regular smash.
Thank God.
And I had to look over about 5 seconds after she got it put in front of her, and it was gone. I was like, where did your hamburger go?
Sometimes they're just that good.
Sometimes they're
share it with you.
She didn't want to share it with me.
Why should I?
Right?
Share it with me.
I get rolled over all day long.
Yeah, that's good.
For me, when it comes to Italian, I like ravioli, but I like the lobster ravioli.
Lobster ravioli, there you go.
That one I can do it. Lobster ravioli.
So. What do we have at Wally's the other night? The eggplant tower. Now, I don't know if you can find this where you're at, but they cut the eggplant very thin and bread it, and they
put tomato and
then they
cheese
layer it like a lasagna with caprese ingredients like basil and tomato and mozzarella, and then that balsamic glaze. Well, we should have made it our meal because we shared it. We were all like, can we cancel our dinners now?
Getting harder to find ingredients, yeah.
Yep.
There you go.
You gotta find the specialty stores, and usually they cost more.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, M just came in.
Yep. Hey, M.
Hey, M. It's been a while. Welcome in.
Yeah, long time.
Mozzie sticks.
Yeah.
Oh, you just ordered pizza, chicken bacon ranch.
There you go.
Chicken bacon ranch pizza.
So I have a very important question, and I know this is extremely controversial.
Uh-oh.
Does pineapple belong on a
No.
pizza?
My ear.
Absolutely.
Oh my God, you're gonna be yelling in my ear?
Absolutely not. No, no, no.
Well, I could argue that ham doesn't belong on pizza.
No, it doesn't.
Either.
Your mother-in-law is rolling in her grave
Ham.
right now. Don't. No.
But the Meat Lovers Pizza over at the Waymart Hotel with chunks of ham on it.
No.
Ta-da.
Pineapple does not belong on
No,
pizza.
I don't think you
Ham
can do
does not
pineapple.
belong on pizza.
Mm-mm.
Bacon? No, not even bacon.
Yeah, Meat Lovers.
Your
like
mother-in-law's
bacon.
rolling in her grave right now.
My
Shame on you.
go-to is pepperoni and bacon on a pizza.
Pepperoni and bacon on a pizza.
Those are my
Pepperoni, yes. Anchovies.
favorite.
Black olives.
Oh,
Yes.
We have some places here
Oh,
that when they're
God.
putting the pizza in their oven, all right, they have fresh dough pizza. They have
You got to tell them the grease story.
raw sausage. They put the raw sausage
Yes.
on top
My mother
of the
used to
pizza
do that.
before it goes in the oven. And
interesting.
the oven is 800 degrees.
You got to tell them the grease
It's
story.
800 degrees.
You got to tell them the
So when
grease
it comes
story.
out, that fresh sausage that was raw
my
a couple
God.
of minutes ago is like
Right.
the best sausage you
But
ever
not in
tasted.
grease.
Now, what about grease? The hot
Just
dogs on
say,
the
wouldn't
pizza?
all that grease go on top of it, and then it just kind of runs off?
When we were in Greece, we went into this pizza shop.
The Greek pizza.
Till 3 a.m. in the morning, there's a line out the door. We get in there. No, pineapple is not okay on pizza, Emily. No. And they put it in the oven. As soon as they pulled it out, Glenn said, "Do not put it in the other oven." I'm like, "Glenn, they have to." He started arguing with the guy, had to walk out because he got so heated over it. They explained the story to me, and then the guy's friend actually came out and grabbed Glenn and goes, "Buddy, listen." He goes, "You can't be telling him how to do his job. This is why they do it in 2 ovens." And Glenn was so embarrassed. We left without even apologizing.
Me
I was so
embarrassed?
mad at him.
I'll kick somebody's ass.
You were embarrassed. You were mad. Your face was pink. Everybody was looking at you. You were definitely the star of the show.
All right, now can I explain the story?
No.
We just got done waiting for 25 minutes in line, and they bring from the back of the pizza oven a sheet of pizza that's this long. And
wow.
it's perfectly cooked. They drop it in the case out front, and they slice it. And the guy was grabbing it to put it into another oven and burn it on me. And I was like, "No, put it in the box." And he's like, "You're telling me how to do my job, sir?" And I said, "Listen, I'm getting out of here. You better talk to Lucia over here."
Yeah, and then I had to calm him down because he was hot and fired up. And Emily, yes, anchovies belong on pizza.
Nah, not
Yes.
the kind of anchovies I like.
Yes, all the way. No pineapple.
Yeah. I can't do anchovies.
When I order pizza, I like it with either sausage. What?
Tell him about the grilled anchovies.
Hold on a second. I like it with I like it with pepperoni, or I like it with sausage, or I like it with black olives or mushrooms, extra cheese. But anchovies,
I knew this was controversial.
Load that whole pizza. No pineapple.
Pineapple's pretty good. I like my pineapple on pizza. No anchovies though.
The anchovies that they put on pizza around here have hair on them, and they're salty.
Stop it! It's so good.
Now, when we were in Greece,
God, here we go.
The Greek way that they do the anchovies is they split them down the middle and butterfly them, and they grill them a little bit.
But they're not on pizza though.
They're about as big as 2 of my fingers. And then they serve them with a little lemon juice, and they were so good. No hair on them either.
Listen, if I want to eat anchovies on my pizza, I'm going to do it.
Well, go
Your
right
mother-in-law
ahead.
is rolling in her grave right now.
Yeah, I won't specifically order a Hawaiian pizza with ham and pineapple, but if it's there, I might taste it. But it's not my go-to.
No pineapple.
I didn't read that comment.
It's right there.
Oh, okay.
So I worked for Pizza Hut in the 80s, and someone ordered anchovies. Oh my lord!
Oh my lord!
You have to have an acquired taste for it. If you don't have a taste for it, forget it. He's saying beef. Wait, what kind of beef? Like ground beef, JJ? Ooh.
Hamburger.
Oh no.
Lucia's uncle.
That's the poor meat option to make on pizza, I guess.
Lucia's uncles also had a pizza shop in Scranton.
They still do.
And the cousins are running it now. But
it's not the same.
One time, okay, the uncle used the pizza cutter for somebody's anchovy
he had to go
pizza,
wash it.
And he didn't wash it.
You're
and
supposed to.
the next pizza he used it on, and somebody tasted the anchovies. They went back. They were going to throw the pizza across the counter at him.
They did throw it at him.
Oh,
Okay,
wow.
but that's how
See,
some people
ground
hate
beef on.
hate
pretty
anchovies.
Pizza here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could
Man,
count some hamburgers.
yeah.
That sounds like a Domino's.
There you go.
That
Chorizo,
would be
beef,
good.
pepperoni. There you go, Eddie. Now you're talking.
All right, now the pizza
Yeah.
is greased with pepperoni on it.
That was hot dogs.
It was hot dog slices. It was not pepperoni at all. No.
I begged him to find me pizza when we were in China, and he wouldn't do it.
So the plain pizza they doused with oregano, so it was all green on the top and tasted like bleh. And the pepperoni pizza that we ordered from the 3 o'clock in the morning line out the door place had hot dogs. Hot dogs, not really pepperoni at all.
That's all it takes is a good couple of these, and he gets going. Here you go.
I'm gonna give you my opinion.
Nobody cares.
Oh, Lord. All right.
So final question?
Yeah, I guess it's time to bring this shindig to a close here. So one more question for you guys, because I think not match game, but Thirsty Thursday's coming up pretty soon.
We all know we're real on him. So where do you guys see your channel going in the next couple of years? What big events do you got planned?
I think that we're about going to maintain the status quo.
Yeah.
You know, we might have a lot of followers, but it is a certain niche that our videos appeal to.
Right.
And most of our videos have been getting between 100 and 200 views.
Some get more.
But when you think excuse me. But when you think about it, not everybody has a YouTube subscription. Nope. Not everyone has a username and a password.
Nope.
So I feel like 10 times that amount is really getting to see our videos.
Yeah.
So if I see between 100 and 200
I'm happy.
likes
that's different.
On the video, that means that a lot more people have seen it.
Right.
I'm going to disagree.
Well, you tell me where the channel is going, because we can go flush it down the toilet right now, according to you.
Right now we're at 34,000. If we get by this time next year, if I could be at 50, I'll be happy. Even if we're at 35, I'll be happy, because in the end, the way that I look at it, it's not all about the subs, it's about the views, and it's about you being your authentic self and what you're sharing, and it's engaging with your audience.
And having fun.
Yeah, exactly. It's always fun with this guy. Are you kidding?
All of our videos are listed in playlists,
right,
and all of our videos are search engine optimized, so that when people are going searching for something specific, they will see our videos. We might not come out on the top of the page, right?
Well, I think there was something that we did because nobody else did it. I forget what it was.
Well, me, when I'm going to watch videos and I have a specific interest in mind, I usually go to the filters and I say, give me the videos that are over 20 minutes long.
Yeah.
So if you did that with our channel, you would probably get some of the videos, but you wouldn't get all of them. Yeah. Most of our videos are between 10 and 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And we're working harder to get more more like 20 minutes for a video. But we're talking about one video per day in 8 days that we were gone.
Leaves.
Oh yeah, you guys post a lot, so Ryan and I we're on a schedule. We usually do like a room tour Tuesday, and then we do a long form video maybe on Friday or Saturday, and then we do a short.
Yeah, Mondays are shorts. Tuesdays are room tours, as long as we have room tours. Wednesday is open for if I need to post something. Thursday is the live, and then Saturday is generally we're usually in the spotlight, so we usually post our long form video on Saturday. So
nice.
Fridays and Mondays and Wednesdays kind of float without content, but we at least do 3 things every single week.
Yeah, I like to do our podcast once a week, and then if we're like out and about somewhere, you know, we may record a short, like, I don't know if you've noticed or not, but since we've been back from Greece, thanks to the notorious Lena Piccolino, my niece, she took a video the entire time we were gone, assembled it.
Candid video.
Yeah, candid. Assembled it into the entire travel of me and him just bickering nonstop, but it was funny. And then him and I went off and started doing one-offs, and people were actually really receptive to it. So to get him on camera, you got to be sneaky, because if he knows you're recording, he won't do it.
Mhm.
But when he does it, he's hysterical. Absolutely hysterical.
Join us on MSC
They're
World
going on
America.
World America, yeah. November.
On Halloween.
After us.
Thanksgiving.
They're after us.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Awesome, Eddie. That'll be awesome to
We
hit
should move
13K.
hours to that and go with them.
We leave on Thanksgiving Day for
Yeah.
Japan.
Yeah,
We're
we
going
do.
to Hokkaido where
Yep,
there's
let's
snow.
say.
Bundle up, baby.
Bring your socks and shoes.
Yeah.
Way to go, Eddie. I
Be
thought
warm
it was
there at
like
all.
10,000.
I know. It seems like it was only 10,000
like a month ago.
like a month or so
Good
ago.
for him. That's good.
Yeah, that's
That's
good
good.
growth.
All right,
wait,
guys.
one more mistake.
What?
I just remembered one more mistake. YouTube promote. Do not use it. Do not. Do not. Do not. Because unless you're promoting a product, the subs don't stick. They drop off after a while. We've had a lot drop off over the year. And unless I want to throw out a playlist, that's really the only time I use it. But we're trying to get more subscribers.
All right, enough of your technical bullshit. Go down.
Can I push you out of the
We're
chair?
going to be doing that on, Monday or Sunday? What is it?
Yeah. I think Sunday is.
Sunday, we're going to talk about all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That'll
Nice.
be.
Tune in.
Yep.
I think we're a part of it. If it's the
Yeah,
same
we're
show
all
that they're
part
on.
of it. Yeah.
Yeah, we're all part of it. So we're all going to be there together.
Yep.
Do you have to come?
Shut up. You don't know what
Well, thank you guys again
You're
welcome.
for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Our pleasure.
Yep.
Our pleasure. So everyone,
Good night,
have
everybody.
have a good evening. And now next week we do not have an official live scheduled for Thursday since we're on the cruise, but we will have a couple of pop-up lives. I'm sure we'll do something on Sail Away.
That'll be nice.
And then I'm sure we'll do a live when we're in Celebration Key on Inaugural Day.
Which is
I think
19th.
there's actually a ceremony and stuff like that.
We have no idea.
But I really have no idea. We'll find more. I know that Christine Duffy and John Hale, they're going to be on the cruise with us, and they're going to be doing some stuff on the cruise. And then there's some sort of opening day ceremony. But we'll definitely do some live stream, and then the vlogs will come out. So awesome. Well, thank you guys again. Have a wonderful evening, everyone.
Too.
Good night, you guys.
Good night, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Night.
A lot of fun.
Bye.
Bye.